If you are currently collecting Social Security benefits, you need to watch this video. But if you are also hoping to get Social Security benefits in the next 5, 10, 15, 25 years, this video is for you, because what just happened today is going to impact Social Security moving forward. So in today's video, I will explain exactly what happened today, why millions of people are highly concerned, and what this means for you and I moving forward. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So what just happened today that's going to impact Social Security? Well, it is the jobs report that came out. We learned that the unemployment rate went up, and now there's a higher than likely chance that we are going to end up in a recession. If the United States ends up in a recession, well, that's going to spell a bunch of problems for Social Security, for employment, for the government, for businesses, for individuals, for everybody. But just listen to this. Social Security is going to be impacted because of a couple things. First, you need to understand that the cost of living adjustment is going to be affected. That's going to be implemented in January in 2025. We also know that the unemployment rate has a major factor in what goes on for Social Security. Here's why. Back in June 2024, the unemployment rate was 4.1%. That was higher than what it has been, right? A little concerning. But in July, and what we learned today, is that the unemployment rate is now 4.3%, meaning it's gone up even more. As more people become unemployed, that means they are not paying into the Social Security tax. They aren't getting charged the 12.4%. That's a problem, because that means there's less money, less revenue going into that big pool. Here's the big issue. That puts more pressure on Social Security and on Congress to do something to ensure that Social Security doesn't become insolvent in 2035. Again, right now, nobody seems like they are planning on addressing Social Security this year. It's likely not going to happen in the next administration, but it might be the administration after that. Again, who knows who that's going to be. Now, I want to show you this. Here's something that a lot of people have been talking about, and I want to be very clear that this isn't a guarantee. Look at this right here. Former President Donald Trump wants to cut income taxes on Social Security. Now, that is going to impact your benefits, because if we don't see more people pay into Social Security, then it means there's less money there, which means the insolvency date gets moved up, or you get paid less. Again, two major problems. But here's the reason why I bring this up. Even though a lot of people are saying that, yes, former President Donald Trump could easily get Social Security to the point where we don't tax it, and he simply eliminates the taxes. What's going to be easier is to see a reduction in taxes, not a complete elimination. All right? Because right now, it's highly unlikely that Republicans get the House, the Senate, and the presidency, which means it's going to put more pressure on Republicans to try to get Democrats' support, which could be highly unlikely. All right? So I'll leave you with that. Now, here's a number that I was reading just today, and this seems a little low to me. It says 72% of Americans say worry Social Security will run out in their lifetimes. The reason why I say that number seems a little bit low is because I feel more people are worried than 72%. That means 3 out of every 4 people are worried that Social Security is going to run out in their lifetime. I think that number's probably 4 out of 5, maybe 9 out of 10. So between 80 to 90%. So again, a little bit low. But this is what I think is extremely important to know. What is the cost of living adjustment going to look like in 2025? As of right now, the expectation is that the cost of living adjustment is going to be right about 2.6 to 2.7%. Keep in mind that's lower than inflation. The cost of living adjustment is projected off of Q3. That means it's July, August, September. those 3 months. Even though we're past July, we haven't got the July CPI report yet. That's going to come out in like a week and a half or 2 weeks. So when we see that CPI number, is it going to be higher based off of the reports that we've been getting today? No, it's going to be lower. And the reason for this is simple. If we are seeing more unemployment, okay, it means unemployment's going up. More people are losing their jobs. Less people are working, which means less people have money to spend. If you don't have any money to spend, that means the items that are out there are likely going to fall in price, which we will see some disinflation. That's good news. Here's the problem. If inflation goes down, the cost of living adjustment drops as well, which means your cost of living adjustment for 2025 may not be 2.6 or 2.7%. It could be less than 2%. Keep in mind, if it keeps going down and we see it drop and it goes under 2%, inflation is likely going to be about 3%, especially leading into 2025. So again, more problems as we head into next year. Now, here's the reason why I really want to discuss this, because a lot of people have been asking me just today, is Social Security going to be affected if we do dip into a recession? The answer is yes. Social Security would be heavily impacted if the United States dips into a recession, and for a couple reasons. Number one, businesses, they don't go and develop, they don't grow during a recession. Some do, most don't. They're just trying to survive. So one of the ways businesses survive is they lay off employees. As you lay off an employee, that means more people on unemployment, less money goes into Social Security. Obviously a problem. The majority of money right now, or pretty much everything that we're getting from Social Security, is pretty much paid in. Okay, it's paid in this year. So it's not like we have a huge, big, pile of money that we can go and just turn to. That's not there. Every dollar that's paid in gets paid back out. That's the concern. Now, here's the other problem with the recession. If we do dip into a recession, and again, we've seen this today where the stock market just plummets. Amazon was down 10, 11%. Nvidia dropped. Okay, Google, would think dropped. Right, all these different companies dropped. Tech just selling off. Intel sold off. Okay, so all these companies are dropping. Well, if you are worried about a recession and yet you are at the full retirement age or close to it, you may think, well, you know what? I'm never going to bounce back from this. I'm just going to get out of everything that I'm in. I'm just going to take my money and I'm going to run. The problem is, in a recession, everything is down. So that's one of the issues is you may go and sell all your assets, your home, your stocks, your bonds, right? Any asset you have, you sell it. And you try to live off that cash. That could be difficult, and it also could be the wrong move. That is something that I heard a bunch today from people commenting, sending me emails. I got messages from friends and family members as well, all saying the same thing. What's going on? I'm highly concerned. I think I need to sell. I need to just get out of this mess. I understand that. But at the same time, this is what everyone's going through. If we dip into recession, more people could sell their assets. It could crash all markets. And then what do you do? Right? So that's the reason I wanted to bring this up. Social Security is going to be heavily impacted because of what we are going through today and leading into the upcoming election. The next 4 months could be very, very difficult. So just bear with me. Understand that there's going to be some ups and downs, hopefully more ups and downs, but again, we just don't know. So I will leave you with that. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.